Over the last couple of years, I've grown to quite like modular helmets. If designed well, they look just like normal lids, and there's no denying the practicality for everyday use as well as touring and commuting. This particular helmet is the newest flip front from Italian manufacturer X-Lite, namely the X1005. Not only that, it's the Ultra Carbon version, which sits at the top of the range. So in this review, I'll take a look at the construction and features, then offer my view on what it's like on the road, broken down over a few key areas such as vision, comfort and noise. Let's just touch on the brand for a second for anybody not familiar. X-Lite is part of the Nolan Group, a company based just outside of Bergamo in northern Italy. X-Lite differentiates itself from the main brand by using composite materials in its helmet construction as opposed to polycarbonates. All design, R&D and production is done in-house, so the group is responsible for every aspect from start to finish. They have a good pedigree in motorsport too, with Jorge Lorenzo winning MotoGP titles in an X-Lite helmet, as well as Danny Kent doing the same in Moto3. Currently, names such as Danilo Petrucci, Aaron Canet, Chaz Davies and top women's Dakar racer Laia Sanz all wear X-Lite helmets whilst racing. Let's have a quick look at the features and materials of the X1005 Ultra Carbon, starting with that very moniker. This helmet is not a full carbon fibre construction, but a composite material with a very high carbon fibre content. I personally think this is a good thing, as the construction keeps the weight down and strength up, but without the higher noise resonance that you often get with a full carbon helmet. You can clearly see that lovely weave pattern in the finish, and this Cheyenne graphic is one of a number of striking designs which sit beside the plain gloss and satin versions. I think it's a smart looking helmet. It's double homologated, so it can be ridden in both closed and open positions, and is fixed with a micro-lock chin strap. I know some people are not keen on these and would prefer a double D-ring, but to be honest, I've never had an issue with any helmet featuring this type of fixing, and for a modular lid it's a neater and easier solution. There's a drop-down visor with a one-shot retraction feature, an innovative liner positioning system, and the helmet comes ready for the NCOM integrated communication system. So how does this all come together in use? X-Lite helmets tend to suit an intermediate oval shaped head, and the X1005 is no different. It's available in 8 size fittings across 3 shell sizes. Extra small to medium are covered by one shell. Large gets its own shell size, and the third shell covers XL through to 3XL. The fit can be further tweaked with the liner positioning system, which essentially allows the material over the top of your skull to sit in 7 different positions so that you can fine tune how high it sits on your head. A flap at the rear of the helmet allows access to the locking pins. The Racing Experience lining is really plush and makes for a very comfortable fit. There are also extra flaps, for want of a better word, on the neck collar which seal any gaps, and in conjunction with the dropped chin sock they help keep noise to a minimum. All-round vision is excellent with a really wide and deep eye port. Shoulder checks are easy with no restrictions, and the drop-down sunshade works excellently and offers a good level of darkening. The control lever is easy to find and operate with a gloved hand, and the shade can be dropped in multiple stages. One feature I do like is the one-shot retraction switch. A quick press of the button and the sunshade just pops back up into the helmet. A very simple but welcome feature. The visor has a central latch for opening and closing with no fussy locking procedure. It has 5 ratcheted positions and comes with a pin lock already fitted. It's also a quick release visor, and it's quick and easy to change without the need for tools. Glasses wearers are well catered for too, with an adaptive eyewear system which allows you to open up space in the cheek padding. This means many different sizes and shapes of glasses can be catered for. I haven't had the chance to try the helmet in warm weather, but the first impressions of the ventilation is very good. The chin vent has just a single open or close position and is easy to operate once you get familiar with it. The upper vent has a 2-position control with a very easy to find raise switch. With all the vents open, you get a very pleasant movement of air in the helmet. I couldn't feel that air hitting anywhere in particular. There's just a very airy feeling, which is the best way I can think of to describe it. It certainly didn't cause any fluttering around the eye, which can be annoying on long journeys. Channels in the EPS liner help route warm air out of the permanently active venturi at the rear of the helmet. The first open position on the visor is actually quite wide, but again the airflow is managed well and it's comfortable to ride with it in this position. Obviously you can flip the front up if you really need to get some air flowing, and this is a very easy action. The lever is in two parts which operate together. You place your thumb on the lower lever, and as you pull it out the upper lever comes with it. It's then a case of just holding the levers between thumb and forefinger and lifting the chin bar. I've probably made that sound more complex than it is, but it's a really effective method and is one of the best I've used on a modular helmet. When you swing the chin bar up, it moves on an elliptical trajectory, so the visor is kept well away from the shell, and it then moves closer as it clicks into place with a positive action. Another feature I like is that the chin bar can be locked open with a switch on the left hand side. Again, it's a simple addition, but being able to prevent any unwanted slamming shut of the flip front is very useful. There is a common conception that modular helmets are noisier than their traditional siblings due to the split shell. I've tended to find that it varies quite a lot, and there's always many factors involved, fit probably being the most important. But I was happy to find that this is a pretty quiet place to be. The helmet is quite round in shape, which I guess helps, and I found it offered very little in the way of wind noise on the 3 different bikes that I rode whilst wearing it. The combination of the shape, lining and neck collar really do a good job, and I can see why this would be a great helmet for long days in the saddle. It's marketed predominantly as a touring helmet, and although I've not had a chance to try it in that context, I think it would be an excellent companion on the road. So far it's been a very positive review, but there must be some negatives, right? Well, I've honestly struggled to find any. Okay, it's not the lightest helmet at 1720 grams, but it's pretty good for a modular, and it feels nicely balanced when riding. I wouldn't have any issues wearing it all day long. I haven't tried the Encom Bluetooth comms unit with it, so maybe I can follow up with that at a later stage. That could lead to a little negativity from me, purely because you require a boom mic with a flip front, and they just bug me because they take up too much room in the chin bar. So in summary, it's a comfortable, well featured, good looking and well ventilated helmet. The recommended retail price for the helmet with graphics is £529 and £459.99 for the plain finish, so it is up there with the best of them. But I've been really impressed with the quality and the performance, and if you're looking for a premium modular touring helmet, I wouldn't hesitate to recommend that you try one out. As usual, I'll sniff out a bargain where I can, and I'll put links in the description to any deals or discounts I can find. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be appreciated, and if you're new to the channel and would like to see more reviews and content as it comes through, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Until next time then, thanks for watching, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!